Here we are, everybody. Math Day 74. I have a new poem riddle book by Greg Tan, Math for All Seasons, illustrated by Harry Briggs. Bright bulbs, canals and bikes and windmills too, grassy fields and skies of blue. In Holland spring's the time of year for pretty flowers far and near. How many tulips are in bloom? A clever tech, you must assume. Mixing colors is the way to make a really smart bouquet. I have a group of two there. There's two more down here. And one. Hey, 2 and 2 are 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And I see a pattern there. So we could count by fives. 5, 10, 15. Seeing Symmetry by Loreen Leedy. One name on the cover means she did both things. She did the writing and the drawing. She's the author and the illustrator. Seeing Symmetry. Seeing Symmetry. Hey, even the words are symmetrical. Symmetrical. Do you know what I mean when I say symmetrical? You might see symmetry in the yard, on a plate, or flying by. In the sky, hiding out, in plain sight. So what is it? If you can fold a shape exactly in half, it has symmetry. If each half is a mirror image of the other half, the whole shape is symmetrical. Each half is flipped over. It's like a reflection in the water. The line in the middle is the line of symmetry. Shapes such as these have line symmetry. Are there names for this kind of symmetry? Let's see, it says see page 28. I think we'll just wait and find out. So if I look at the butterfly, if I cut it in half, the sides are exactly the same. There's that black shape there and there, and those little funny black lines are both there. It's exactly the same on both sides. If you could fold a sea turtle from nose to tail, the two sides would match flipper to flipper. It's impossible to fold a real seal turtle, but one side of the body is the mirror image of the other. Nature is rarely exact. One flipper might be slightly larger than the other, for example. Animals are as different as scallops and beetles and sawfish, and toads and lizards and penguins and whales have bodies with symmetry. No, animals are not drawn to scale. Are all animals symmetrical? Well, usually there's some asymmetry. If we look at our faces, I have an eyebrow on both sides and an eye on both sides, and half of my nose and half of my lips, half of my teeth, half of my chin. I have an ear on both sides. Our body has symmetry too. Check your face in the mirror and you'll see a line of symmetry right down the middle of your nose. Nobody's face is exactly 100% symmetrical, but we still have similar things. How symmetrical are faces? See page 28. What about your hands? One hand by itself does not have symmetry, but your two hands are mirror images of each other. They have symmetry. Your body has symmetry too. And so does much of your clothing that fits your body. Many letters can have line symmetry. Line of symmetry may be vertical or horizontal or both. A folds in half this way, B folds in half up and down, and a circle can fold both ways. Some words are symmetrical. Aha, and hid, and chick, and toot, and mom, and cod, and box, and cookie, and wow, and tut. How many of these words have a horizontal line of symmetry? How many have vertical? A different kind of symmetry spins around. Certain shapes rotate around a center point, much like an airplane propeller spins. What happens when a shape with a center point goes around? Let's spin the letter Z. When it turns halfway around, it looks the same as when it turns right side up again. You can't really tell if it's standing on its head or not. How many matches does this pinwheel have? See how the flower pal matches up too. When you turn it around, it has symmetry. When it spins really fast, you can't tell. It looks like there's lots of them. Woohoo! Look at all the stars and flowers. Rotational symmetry is found in nature and in many things people make. Hubcaps, quilt blocks. Actually, Grandma can make quilt blocks that look like this too. Have you ever seen a cut of paper shaped with rotational symmetry? We can when we make snowflakes. Or the inside of a kaleidoscope. Animals in motion need symmetry to crawl, swim, hop, walk, run, or fly. Most animals move by using their legs, wings, or fins, which are mirror image parts. These animals' bodies have line symmetry, but some life forms have rotational symmetry. See a few, page 29. I think like a starfish. Many machines have symmetrical parts that rotate, like a helicopter, and gears. Oh, hey, you all have the gears Grandma gave you that go on your refrigerators. Bike wheels, water wheels, just to name a few. Mexican paper cut banner. Since ancient times, people have used symmetry in art. Those are really pretty. You may see symmetry in many holiday symbols and decorations. The balloons, the heart, the rainbow, the shamrock, this Easter bunny design. Look at all those. All use lines of symmetry. They could have made them asymmetrical, means it's not the same on both sides, but in this case they did. Many buildings are symmetrical, like the Taj Mahal and lighthouses and the Lincoln Memorial. Many pieces of furniture are symmetrical. So now you'll spot the symmetry in the round, up and down, or on your feet, in a tree or in the air, almost everywhere. I was going to say, when Grandma and Grandpa went fishing, we caught flounder, and flounders are not symmetrical. They have both of their heads on the same side of one part of their body so they can see. Symmetry. So symmetry is part art and part math. A lot of our shapes that we have to study, triangles and circles and squares and rectangles, all have lines of symmetry. And knowing that I can fold them in half, which is using our math as a fraction, is important. So seeing symmetry.